So, well, YouTube, I had to go over a little bit more on the Henry Bedard case, more on the bat. I have literally figured out who Henry is. And of course, Mr. Henry Hank Aaron. I did not know that his first name was Henry. Of course, I came here and seen the AAR. You know, all I focused on the first round of this was just the word Henry. But what I have been noticing on this bat, that I think this is a very distinctively unique bat. And I just been on a bunch of pictures, which I'm going to go over now. Bunch of pictures of bats. And as you can see, the Louisville Slugger.
You might want to go on that.
So as I was saying, you can see here that a lot of these Hank Aaron bats. And this one is a Louisville Slugger, but different writing. Now it's tough to say, I mean, and over here you got genuine Henry Aaron bat. Genuine, this one's just a more worn out. It's about, I wonder if anybody tried putting a fake name on there of Henry Aaron. Just to get more money, huh? But as you can see, there's nothing that can duplicate. This is a special Louisville Slugger, Henry Aaron. But nothing so far since I've looked, searched, got anything like this bat. Of course, you got the Little League, and I believe that might be dirt or blood splatter. That's real disturbing, but this bat, to me, is very unique. And to have this looked up and see how many were manufactured, and you know, how many were sold in Swampscott. Like I said in my description of my, so in my description of my last video, I say, was this ever investigated like this? Going to any sporting goods stores throughout the Swampscott area, let alone any other town. All I know, this bat is a big, huge key part to the case, due to the fact if you can find out how many of these were manufactured and sold, and go figure, 1974. And even if this was one of the bats that was made, that 1974 was when Hank Aaron tied Babe Ruth for most home runs. Tied of the man. So that is why I got very confused on the name Henry. Because, of course, Hank Aaron, I only knew it was Hank Aaron. Never knew his first name was Henry. But that big key role right there to find out how many of these bats were around. And it's a Little League bat. So that leads me to the conclusion. I believe the 1 on it means it's 31 inches. Because there is a 1 on it, with what I remember. I think they had 31s, 32 bats. I forgot how high they go, but I remember the most common bat was 31 inches, 32. I think 29 also. I don't know if there was a range of a 30 bat. But this bat right here holds a big key. If there was any way to find out, you know, and Louisville Slugger is still operational. But to see if there's any records of maybe that year or 76 or whenever, how many of these bats were made and how many went out to stores. That would be a big, huge thing if they could break the case with that. Because obviously there was no fingerprints on this bat. But if you can get to that manufacturer, or maybe there's some documentations on how many bats went out at them years of this kind, that would play a big role in the part of this case. Like I said, I've been looking online for the past half an hour, 40 minutes, and I have not yet seen this bat come up. I'm sure it's still in the evidence room. And I think I'm getting ready to call the Swampscott police to see and talk to the head detective on this case. See what he thinks of my thoughts, theories, and ideas. And if they have already came to that conclusion and did all that, well, hey, so be it. But I haven't seen nothing in the papers. I ain't never heard of anybody. Even how I got this picture was off a video of News 5, as you can see. And I even have the girl that a photo of her to I kept it just for case reference stuff to show who she is and stuff. But it all was in this one video. I had to make sure I've copied stuff like this. So I mean, hey, they used to say that place was a hangout where I went today. I'm about to wonder if it was more like a make-out place. Partying would have got the police up there. Making out so much, doing the old kissy-wessy type thing, no big deal. Just a make-out. Like they've had Lover's Lane. You get people go out in their cars, they go to them places. Just, make out. I'm about wondering if that was for teenagers. And right, somebody saw something that they did not like from Mr. Henry Bedard Jr. For that to be said, someone had an obsession with a girl is right. And I think because they didn't get caught in the severity of the beating that Henry endured, I think that person really got scared after they seen what they had done. And that's why they dropped the bat. Or it could have been to leave a statement. Here lies Henry. There's his name. And he took something of mine. That's, you gotta think of all kinds of things. You just can't assume someone up there to beat him with a bat for no reason. But them are my thoughts and theories more on the bat. And now that I've seen the place and got a little idea of it, more starting to, expand in my head on this. My own thoughts and theories. I'm going to see what I can do to get a hold of the police, and if I can, even the head detective will talk to me, but he did in the Taj Narbonne case. So I wonder if another detective will talk to me about this too. I know I went and called about the Deborah and Quinn story, but that head detective never got back to me from Townsend. This one, I don't know. Gotta see. All I know is someone had it out for Henry. Someone had a very bad streak. And man, They had big kahunas to go in a very small place. Like they did. Even if them houses did exist around there, didn't exist or whatnot. It took a lot of balls, boy. Till that next video, be safe, take care, and always beware. You don't know what you'll find in a crowd of people. Hell, even a crowd of people you know. You'll never know what will spark in their mind if you step across their path. It's sick to say, but this world is sick to live. And for stuff like this to happen, woohoo, man, makes it even more sick. So one more time, I'd like to give a moment of silence for this young man that life was shortened too soon for probably a nonsense matter. I got some calls to make. Out.